Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? So good, I hope. So good. I am doing fabulous. I'm back and ready to just start a day in a painty way. Good morning, Deb. How are you? I just had the best little vacation. It was fabulous. It was. So let's get this stuff out of the way first. If you are brand new here, if you would like, follow, share, hey Chris, comment, all the things on Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. That would be greatly appreciated. And then ask to join our private Facebook groups, Stitch Along with Anne Facebook group and Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group. Remember that this video today's class, hey Jimmy, hi Sue, is live right now and will be available on Facebook for 30 days. But then after that, well, it will also be stored on YouTube, my YouTube channel, which is Anne Corbiere-Scott. That's my YouTube channel, is Anne Corbiere-Scott. So I'm in the process of moving all of the pop-in paint parties over to YouTube, so you have access to them all the time. And then, you know, once they're all over there right now, but once they're over there, I will organize them in a different way. But I just need to save all of that content, you know. So today we are working with, do you remember we created these flowers last week with the WildflowerOne art printable, but you could do whatever flowers you want. And now I am going to fussy cut them all out because these I printed on copy paper and then filled with color from my mild liner markers. And so, speaking of mild liners, I was in Portland this past weekend, and there's a art store that I've followed for years, like since before the pandemic, because I had a friend who went there, and she was telling me about it, and then, so then I looked them up on Instagram, and I started to follow them, and they just do really cool, innovative things. So that was kind of a must-stop on the birthday tour of Portland. And so I went, it's called Collage, and I went on the day we were leaving. Yes, the day we were leaving, when I already had all kinds of stuff in my suitcase, but they had open stock, like everything. So I won't say how much money I spent, but it was kind of a lot. And I'll tell you what I got. So I'm sure this happens to everyone who's a creative. Like this is why I say always, like, buy one or two of something and then test them out. Put them through their paces. See how you create with it. So one thing that, hey Patricia. Oh, but it was the best, Debbie. It was the best. And I know exactly what I want to do with them. So anyway, like I said, so I had bought a few mild liners, and then I kind of fell in love with them, and I bought more. That's why I like an open stock, because what if I bought a whole set of them and I didn't really love them? Do you know what I mean? That's frustrating. Anyway, I got to collage and I knew exactly what I wanted to look for. I wanted to look for more mild liners, but I wanted to look for the ones that had a brush end, because I found as I was creating with them and playing with them, when it came to filling in spaces, I really preferred the brush end versus the chisel end. Ta-da. And so I was looking for brush ends, and lo and behold, they had open stock of brush end mild liners. So remember the polka dot cup that I got from Lori for my birthday? Look at it, I filled it with brush-ended mild liners. Look at that. Look at that bouquet of lovely. Isn't it the best, best, best? I love it. Anyway, so I have that, but they also had open stock of a pen that I played with during the pandemic. I did a lettering class, which all of my paid classes are also going to be moved to YouTube so that there's always access to them. And I'm figuring that out as I go, but I will. Okay, so anyway, the pen that I did the class with were these Zig Clean Color Dot markers. And so I think I have a pink one and a black one, but the black one I used a lot, and so I think that one got pitched because it was, there we go. It got thrown away because I used it too much. Anyway, they're super, super fun. They have this big end, do you see? And then they have a small end, right? And I really liked them, and I always kind of wanted to create more with them, and so I was looking for a wider array of colors, and shut it! I replaced the black, and I got a lighter pink, and well, you see, I got all those colors too. What else did I get there? I found an unusual, I found this, it's a copper colored chisel tip because they didn't have it in anything else. Anyway, that's what, I'm trying to think what else I got there. Oh, I did find a number 10 of this, of like it's a moonlight, so it's sort of bright. I really am on the search for a kind of a creamy yellow. This one's not bad, but I want kind of a creamy yellow gel pen color, and I'm still on the search. The dot pens, Debbie, I fell in love with those too. But when I saw the open stock, you know, I love me an open stock. Everybody take a drink. Okay, so like I said, so because I'm moving all of my previous pop-in paint parties, I have had the opportunity to revisit lots of content from the past, and I was pleasantly pleased with myself that I covered so many topics and art techniques and that kind of thing. Well, the thing that started me doing these videos was artist studies. I love artist studies. I love to learn from the greats and what's the word I want to say? Just enhance my artistic knowledge. And so, like I said, that's where I started. And I am categorizing my videos. There's pop and paint party category, and there's also artist study category. And so, I've been watching some of my old videos, and I know others are starting to do some artist study stuff now, but I just wanted to make sure to say that I have never stopped. If you get my newsletter, you'll notice that every week I continue with my artist study series. There is always an artist quote. There is always, this year I have worked really hard on including a picture of one of their most famous paintings and an artist quote, and then links to not only the artist Wikipedia, but the paintings Wikipedia, so that you can learn all about that painting and when it was created and kind of the artist's thought process sometimes. And I just think that that makes a richer artistic life for you. To trying to cut away a bunch of this excess. When you know more about those artists that have painted in the past or sculpted or whatever it is, and because once you're going to see Mondrian's paintings everywhere, you're going to see Renoir's paintings you're going to learn their style, you're going to learn their paintings, you're going to, just through being exposed to it. And so that's why I've never stopped. I don't do full-on artist study pop and paint parties. I haven't done those in a couple of years, but you can watch them whenever you wish on my YouTube channel now. Anyway, while I was searching around in past projects, and you know how I try really hard to tell you guys to, if you do a technique that you really like, do it a bunch of times, because each time you do it, you're going to do something a little bit different, and you're going to learn from that. You're going to learn, what if I do it with markers? What if I do it with watercolor paints? What if I do it with pan pastels? Whatever. Change up your medium, change up your composition. But all of those creations are going to help you grow as an artist. Anyway, I was talking to Carmen about an upcoming project that I need, and she said, do you remember when you taught, so I taught this class called Wordsmith Art a really long time ago, and like way back when we did in-person classes all the time. Anyway, it was dictionary art. And it was pre-pandemic that I did this class. I even, like that class, that class was going to be, what do I want to say? I proposed it to a major manufacturer. And anyway, that just didn't work out. They were interested and they worked with me for a while, but I think I was just way too out there for them. I wasn't, what's the word I want to say? Mainstream enough, I think. I was, for the company that I chose to propose it to. And then I started to think, well, why don't I just do things my own self? And that's kind of when I started this business. Anyway, one of the pages that, so Carmen, all that to say, that one of the pages that I created in Wordsmith Art was this bouquet. And she said, what if we brought that back and we did it with, and it was for something for ornamentally yours. And I was like, oh, well, let me dig that out and ponder that. And so I dug out my old dictionaries, and I thought you guys might like to see them. I always like to see people's past art. And I will show you the page that she's talking about. And so I've decided not to do this project for ornamentally yours, but we're doing it today with these flowers. And so here we go. So a long time ago, like I said, so this is the page that I created in Wordsmith Art in this dictionary. There are always flowers for those who want to see them. And so this is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to create a can you guys see it all? Sorry. We're going to create a bouquet. That's why you need thin brown paper to be the wrapping of the bouquet. And we're going to fill it with these wildflowers that we're painting, right? Anyway. And then we're going to create a composition. And remember, we're going to use Eleanor Roosevelt's quote, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent, in celebration of Women's History Month. But I thought you might want to see some of the other pages that are in this dictionary. So here's one with color and some hand lettering and some little swatches. There, can you see? Is that better? Let's see. Here's one that we created on vellum and then did a painting technique behind that. Oh, I just love an old dictionary. Here's one that we created a big tip in. So there's, it kind of covered both pages. Man alive, I'm having a hard time talking today. Here's one that we created a grid, and this was inspired by a quilt I saw in a quilt shop that, oh, I just kind of fell in love with that quilt. And it was just blocks that they created a square with, and oh my gosh, I loved it. Here's one with a pumpkin, and a Thoreau quote. I painted the page behind with some orange, like a watery wash of orange, and then I created these bouncy tip-ins, and then a tab at the tippity top. Oh, here's one that I created on acetate. That was super fun. So you can still see all of the page behind. I'm kind of mad for that. Oh, here's one. Here's a start of the, oh, no. Here's one. Life is tough, but so are you. And I created it with a stamp that I drew for a scrapbook store. I went through a time where I drew custom stamps for scrapbook stores all over the country. Anyway, that was that. Tree of Life. I did that. I love that. Like, I will totally revisit this technique. Oh my gosh, I loved it so much. I think that's it for this dictionary. Oh, whoops, there's that. Oh, that's just some pieces. So anyway, this is what we're going to do. We are going to do the envelope, or excuse me, the bouquet, the wrapped bouquet. But I thought, let me know if you want to see more pages or if you're ready to just get started. Hi, Kath. Let me know if you are ready to just get started building or if you would like to see. Yes, I did Bible journaling too. I did. I've thought about bringing that back. I really liked those, I loved teaching those classes. That's for sure. So let me know if you are up for, if you want to see a flip through of the other dictionary, or if you're just ready to start building. I can go either way. I still need to finish fussy cutting this flower. So all of these, like I said, were colored with my highlighters. They are so fun to create with. It's just such a different medium. So I was in Trader Joe's the other day, and it was just before I was leaving town. So I knew I couldn't buy flowers, and you know that was kind of killing me because I love Trader Joe's flowers. Anyway, there was a lady there who had bunches of daffodils, and every year on May Day, I like to try and make little May Day, what do you call them? What are the May Day baskets that you hang from someone's front door knob? Like a nosegay, sort of. Anyway, one year I happened to be in Trader Joe's and they had bundles of daffodils that are, oh my gosh, they were so pretty. Then I did those and took them to some friends. Anyway, this lady had some bundles of daffodils And I was like, hey, where did you find those? And she said, she told me where they were. Anyway, so I went over and looked at them, but I knew not to buy them because, like I said, I wasn't going to be home. Anyway, then she and I started talking with the cashier, and she was talking about, we were talking about, and I don't remember how the subject came up, but she said, I used to babysit for 50 cents an hour. And I said, oh my gosh, me too. Me too. And so we were just chatting about, you know, how times are so different now. I saw this interview with somebody and they said they pay $20 an hour for a babysitter, like for a night out, which holy tamale. I was like, oh my gosh. Hey, Michelle. Hi, Sarah. Anyway, you would love more Bible journaling. All right. Well, maybe I'll bring that class back. All right. All right, all right, all right. Okay. Hi, Avery. Hi, Ella. Are you having fun with Graham? I bet you're making some kind of art. I bet you are. Okay, Sue, just a sec. Here's the other dictionary. Maybe I'll put it on top of of those flowers and flatten them out just a little bit. Some of these are, so these I did washi tape on the edges of my pages. Shut it. Oh my gosh. It's so crazy when you see stuff you've done and then you go back and Sherry took every single class of mine, every Bible journaling class, every wordsmith art. So here's some wordsmith art. Let's see. Oh, here's a Klimt quote. And some more words. Oh my gosh, I loved doing that one. Let's see. Here's one. Never forget how wildly capable you are. And I did these flowers. Oh my gosh. I remember so vividly. I did this class in Oklahoma, Vicki, at Susan's store. And I did watercolor with salt. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a fun class. Let's see what else we got. Oh, this was, do you remember when this was, everything is a choice? The technique where you put, I know, Sherry, lucky us, lucky us. Oh my gosh, I've just missed making art with you in person. Sherry and I had some times together because we're both Michiganders. And, oh, you know, we just had ourselves a time. Anyway, where you put the painty string in and then pulled it, closed the book and then pulled it out. That was super fun. Sprinkle kindness like confetti. Oh, there's another one of those rainbows. Here's another one of those, because I had to have a, dictionary at home to work in and a dictionary at the store as a display. So you're going to see some repeats, but I changed it up. Remember, I've told you, always change stuff up. So here it's on vellum, and I did the technique underneath. Oh, that's kind of stuck. Let's see. That feels painty. Oh, I love that. For figs. The future belongs to who believe in the beauty of dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. Ironic, right? I love her. Oh my gosh, this was Kindness is Golden, and this was a jelly print that we did on deli paper with some shimmery. It seems like I'm trying to remember the whole technique. Like I did it on a piece of deli paper, and then I cut these letters, I die cut these letters from a piece like this. Sue, you did some of these at Susan's store with me, some of these Bible journaling things. And then I put some sequins on there and some pointillism. There's another one, you grow through what you go through. That's the stinking truth, isn't it? That is the stinking truth. Here's a started version of that other page. Here is a simple hello could lead to a million things. Stop it. This was actually a page that I created, and I made a video of this that I sent to that company I was telling you about. Yes, another day I'll show you my Bibles. Let's see, what else do we got? Oh, this was, Sherry, do you remember we did this with art? Oh, golly. Art Impressions. Her name is Bonnie. Oh gosh, I don't remember her name, but anyway, she created a set of stamps. She created a series of stamps, and then a way of painting with those, with markers, with those stamps. It was so fun. Anyway, I did a series in my dictionary and Bible, because that was a super fun technique. Be kind. This was so fun because it was lettering. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. Bonnie Krebs. That's right. That's right. That's right. With some metallic paint. That was super fun. Because I also taught a lettering class. Here is This Land is Your Land. And if you're an eagle eye, you'll notice that this land art is now a embroidery pattern for adornment. Make your mark, and I did color swatches. Oh, I love that one. Oh, this one we did masking fluid. Show mercy to yourself and others. I think the world could be a better place if we did that, don't you think? Is your motive pure? And this was hearts that I made with a brush tip marker. Oh, there's a Christmas one. Flower or weed. It's not what you look at that matters. It's what you see. I love that. Was super fun. There's another one of those pumpkin pages. Oh. Baby steps are still steps. And this one I didn't do on acetate. I glued it right down to the page. But those were super fun artsy flowers to play with. This one was jelly prints that I cut a window out of. And I cut the window out of the word strong because this was a dedication to my friend Laura, who I worked with at the scrapbook store, and she sadly passed from cancer, and so I created this stamp set for Scraps of Love in her memory. Anyway, miss her all the time. I do. Here's one where I did some mid-century trees, and I did and then we watercolored those, and then we did a tip-in for our quote, and it was all about trees. Let's see. Oh, there's another page with Bonnie Krebs, her stamps and her die cuts. I tried to use like the reverse, like I stamped be you, do you, for you, and I used the stamps for these, and then I traced the dies for these. That was so fun. Anyway, that's that. Just a little trip down memory lane. Okay, are we way over? No. Good. Okay. Oh my gosh, how is Kelly? A mom? Whatever. How in the world did that much time pass? Sherry. I do still love those Sparkle Pop pens. Kathy, you were not terrible at my lettering class. You were not. You were not. You were not either, Sherry. You were both lovely. Okay, so now let's take all of these flowers, and I want to build I want to do because I have these over here. You remember the waterfall page? I want to do my bouquet over here, and then somehow fit my quote, "No one can make you feel inferior without your own consent," without your consent, I should say, from Eleanor. So, no, you weren't, Kathy. No, you weren't. Anyway, so I have just a piece of remember the brown packing paper? I told you can make art with anything. So I'm going to kind of fold this like a cone. And, let's see. I'm going to kind of fold it like a cone, and then I'm going to start to kind of manipulate it. All right. There we go. There we go. Right. So I'm going to kind of flatten it because we're going to do some other manipulating. All right. So now I'm thinking. Cut that off, and then I'm going to kind of I want to kind of manipulate this. Okay, Deb. Sending positive vibes. So I'm opening it up, and I'm just kind of folding it down so it looks like you bought a bunch of flowers at the Seattle flower market, and they wrapped it in brown paper. Right? So it's not going to be perfect in any way. It's going to be, it's going to look handmade. So I'm just going to, and this paper is so nice and thin that it's easy to manipulate. right? So let's turn that one. I want this one kind of roll and scrunch, and this one roll and scrunch, right? And then I'm going to start and flatten and roll and scrunch, right? And then let's bring our flowers over and see how we can kind of arrange them. I mean, they don't have to be inside, right? Because we're kind of building the illusion, right? So the daisies can certainly be inside. And then, let's see, what else? What about the pasque flower can be inside, right? And then these guys can be behind because, remember, we're kind of keep building the illusion of a great big bouquet. I love that, but let's see. There we go. And build these guys back there. And here's the thing. Like, once we have it the way we kind of want it, I wanted it to take up kind of the whole page, and then we can do our lettering down here, right? So now, I didn't paint on it yet, but look what I did here. So, good memory, Kath. So I did, remember I glued the tissue paper down on one page, and I have, and I squished it in all the things, right? And then I trimmed off the edges, and what I did to kind of flatten this page, because, oh, it was mighty wrinkly. What I did was I took my art journal and I clipped two big, you know, the big clips that we all use. I clipped it with those two big clips. Of course, I can't find them right now. Anyway, I clipped it, and then I put something heavy on here so that it would really hold in place. Anyway, yes. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but we're going to do more tissue paper techniques on Thursday. We're going to just use all of the, everybody's got it. Everybody can't throw away that tissue paper. Right? We're going to make more page starts with tissue paper. Because I love this one because it has glitter in it. Like almost like confetti. So, you know. And I put that down with matte medium, remember? And so I hope that you do, I hope that you give that a whirl too. So let's see. So I know that I want to build this. Let's see. I know I want the, oh my gosh, during the pandemic, I remember I took, you know, do you remember that time was so crazy? I think about it now, gosh. Anyway, I took this online class from a friend of Lindsay's. Lindsay's like, hey, my friend is having this class. Do you want to take it? I was like, yeah, what else I got going? Anyway, it was flower arranging, and it was so cool. You guys, I learned so much about flower arranging, and it was, and I've always kind of been intrigued by flower arranging, but that was, her name was Dory. Oh my goodness. Dory, and now I can't remember her last name, but I'll find it. Anyway, she was just about as darling as they come, and she taught about fillers, spillers, and the star of the show, right? So you always want something that spills over the edge. And a thriller is the fillers, spillers, and what was the third one? Because the thriller, that's the fillers, drillers, and fillers, thrillers, and spillers. That's the three. That's the one. So you always want something that kind of spills over, and you want things that fill in, and then you want things that are kind of the start of the show. And so I think about that all the time when I'm arranging flowers in baskets or bouquets in any form. Okay, I also have this piece of vintage seam binding. You know, I love me some vintage seam binding. So I was thinking I could tie this around here and kind of squish it a little bit. Shut up, Sarah. That's so amazing. I love that I just learned that about you today. I love that I just learned that about you today. Okay, so I kind of want to squish it like it's been held in a hand. Do you know what I mean? Squish it and squeeze it and then tie the ribbon around. Kind of loving that. Stop it. Oh my gosh, I love that. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, now let's start gluing, the gluing process of gluing our bouquet. And I am using my art glitter glue, which I just adore for a million reasons. Mostly that needle nose, and the glue is superb. Okay, so let's glue that guy in. I love that it spills right over the edge, and that I can bring that petal up over. And then let's do the pasque flower beside it. The pasque flower that has all of these little tenderly leaves. There, like that. So let's get some glue back there. Right, and then I'm going to build the let's get some glue on there, and there. I'm just going to do a little bit and then kind of play this. Yes, Sarah. That made me so happy. Because do you remember? I was like, Sarah, I found out that I can take flowers on the plane. I was so excited. And I loved that you picked me up that day. And gosh, we had ourselves a time, didn't we? We did, we did, we did. All right. Let's see. Stop it, you guys. That's making me so happy. And then I'm going to put Eleanor's quote over here. And I haven't figured out exactly. Sarah and I just found out that that art store that we went to has closed. I'm so sad about that. But I understand. Everybody's got to do what's right for them. Everybody take a drink. Oh my gosh. So when I was talking to that lady about 50 cents an hour, babysitting for 50 cents an hour. And I go, and you know what the sad thing is? I remember thinking, please be gone for like 1 more hour, so then I'll like round up to, $3 or whatever. Crazy, 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 crazy. Oh, and here's a thing. Yeah, I think she was ready to retire too. I do. I feel like maybe I want to do something in the background of this. I don't know what yet, so I'm not going to start. I don't know exactly what I want to do. Like, I was kind of feeling like maybe some newsprint, like a piece of, I don't want to do more brown paper like over here because I already have the brown paper here. But I could do some book pages, or I don't know. I'm just feeling like it needs another something, layer of something. But I do think I might want to do like a little tag here that says Eleanor Roosevelt. Stop it. Oh, but I did find out. Dictionary page. You're right. I'm feeling like that would be pretty. Oh, I got another birthday card in the mail, so I thought I would share it with you. From Keely, and look at, she always makes her envelopes out of pattern paper. Shut up, because we all have scads of pattern paper. Anyway, wait till you see this card. It's one of my Unity stamps that she stamped on top of some art paper that we made during a pop-in paint party. And then she embossed it. Shut up. I'm so in love with it. Anyway, and she sent me another Dory Patrick sticker, which is making me all kinds of excited. And it's going to find a home in here. And then, stop it. I love it. She always writes the kindest things. So, while I think about what we're going to do with this guy, let's find a home for my new sticker. The flowers are from WildflowerOne. There's a whole category called Wildflower series, and there are 6 printables in all there. I need to use a poker or an X-Acto or something to pull the backing off this sticker. There we go. Did I get it? No. Honest to Pete. Isn't that just a source of frustration? It's so dang cute. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, and look at, in a sea of Dory stickers. These are all Dory stickers. Hear me, dear girl. You are meant to do tough, holy, and beautiful things with your life. Oh my gosh. I love that. This is Explore a World of Colors. That's from Lori. I love that. I love that so much. Oh, a thing I found out about. So I saw lots of daffodils and crocuses when I was on the Oregon coast, which was absolutely divine. I'm just going to tell you. It was just, oh my gosh, so amazing. But then I was telling you about that I saw the lady at Trader Joe's with the daffodils and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, then later on I was reading, I must have just had daffodils on my brain, and I took a lot of pictures of daffodils when I was up there. I read this thing about, you know, if you've ever had daffodils in a bouquet, you know they're kind of slimy. And so they that slimy sappy stuff inside of a daffodil is toxic to other flowers in an arrangement. And so the way to avoid that, killing the other flowers in your bouquet, because I saw a arrangement that was grape hyacinths and daffodils. Oh my gosh, it was so stunningly beautiful. So, you know, I'm on search for grape hyacinths and daffodils. Anyway, they said if you sear the, like if you snip the, you know, your 45-degree angle on the bottom of your daffodil stem, and then you sear it with a flame, it will prevent the release of that toxic sap. Interesting, right? And did you know that daffodils are the March birth flower? Because it's the first flower to bloom in spring, daffodils are seen as a representation of rebirth and new beginnings. I love that. I love that, love that, love that. Let's do, yes. Oh my gosh. So speaking of that, Kathy. So it does have this huge rose garden, but you know, I'm there in the beginning of March, so nothing's really blooming, except I did happen to catch those daffodils and crocuses. And I remember my mom used to so look forward to the crocuses, because then my mom hated winter because we grew up in Michigan winters, right? But I did, oh my gosh, you guys. And I'll make something with this on Thursday, or at least talk more about it. So speaking of the rose, Portland being the rose city, while I was there, you know, I took me some copy paper and crayons, because I thought I'm going to find some things to do rubbing. I got 350 bulbs that shipped last week. Shut up, Michelle. How amazing is that? Just got them in the ground last week. Hope it's not too late. Never knew. No, because you're not burning it. You're just kind of searing it. You're not burning the whole stem. You're just searing it. Okay, so I did a bunch of crayon rubbings. Here's one of a grate that I saw that I thought was amazing. Here's one of the wallpaper texture in the hotel, because you know hotels have the best. They just have the best. Portland Waterworks. Stop it. And now wait till you see. Okay, so this was not a manhole cover, but a water main cover. So there's that. And then there was this big manhole cover. And this was my first attempt at doing a brass rubbing, because it was quite crayon rubbing. It was quite, it had lots of relief, right? It was, and then here's my second one. Right, I started to really like push down. Like if you see the side of this, you can see the embossed kind of, there, the back side, you can see the embossed pattern that because of like I changed up my pressure, right? And then wait. Look at this Mac Daddy. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. Jeff was looking at me like I was a cuckoo, but he totally stood guard because there were, he thought unsavory people around me. But anyway, stop it. I don't even know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm so happy I got them. I grew up so I was born in Escanaba, Lori, and I grew up in Bay City. But my family is from Sault Ste. Marie. I lived there for quite a while too, right? So Escanaba's over here. Sault Ste. Marie is right on the Canadian border, and Bay City is right there. If you're a Michigan person, you know exactly where that is. Today is Fat Tuesday because tomorrow is Ash Wednesday. So growing up in Bay City, Michigan, where there was a huge Polish population, they had a thing called punchki. And punchki is donut. Back then, they were jelly donuts. Like you ate a jelly donut on punchki day, which is today, because then, most people give up sweets or whatever during Lent. And so I'll be calling my dad because he likes his punchki every Fat Tuesday, and so I'll see if he's got his jelly donut today. I think last year or the year before, I was in Michigan on Fat Tuesday, and so I went to the store and they had a whole display of punchki. Oh my gosh, it was the best. It was the best. There was a customer at the store that at Scraps of Love that used to bring me punchki because she was Polish and was a Michigander also. I'm still thinking about it, you guys. I'm still thinking about it. I know we've run out of time and I've gone over. Yes, Lori, I'm telling you, I had the best childhood. I really, really did. I really, really did. I got, Bay City was such a, now looking back, it was diverse in lots of ways that, it's certainly not like it was without scandal or prejudice or that kind of thing. But I was exposed to so many cool ethnic groups, just by hanging out with different kids at school. And do you know what I mean? But that was back when, places closed on Ash Wednesday and, punchki, I think they do now, but it was such a huge deal in Bay City. I'm sure it's everywhere. Yes, because the friend who brought me punchki at the store was from the Detroit area. And so now I think they're more readily available. Like there's a donut shop here in Arizona, in Phoenix, called Lamar's that I think that's a chain of them, but anyway, they have the best donuts. Anyway, yeah, and you can get a jelly donut at any old place. Do you know what I mean? Good morning, Valerie. I can't wait to meet you and Lori in person. We're gonna have ourselves a time, girls. We are. That's for sure. So I've blathered on and on and on. Sorry, you guys. But I will be back here on Thursday and we will do, well, for sure we're going to do more tissue paper techniques. And, I know, I totally want a donut now too. I know. Sorry for doing that to you girls. Not. Go out and eat a jelly donut for punchki. I adore you all. No, you do not, Lori. That's so cool. That's so cool. So where do you go in the UP? Sorry, you guys. I have this little hunk of ribbon left. I think I'm going to put it on a paper clip. We are going to have so much fun. Oh, look, I found a pink paper clip. Stop. That's pretty cool. We are. So let's get that in there. Tie that off. And clip it to a page. Well, I hope everybody goes out and makes it a terrific Tuesday. I'm just going to stick it here for right now and, you know, figure something else out later. Stop it! You told you I can't waste. I can't waste. I got to make something out of everything. Wait till you see the bags and bags of foraging loot that totally got my bag flagged. And so TSA had to look at it, and they were like, they looked, and I have these Ziploc bags of sand and rocks and pine needles and pine cones and you name it. Moss. We go to Bayview National Park on Lakes by Brimley. Oh my gosh. I have aunts that live in Brimley, and in church in the summertime on Sugar Island, we went to catechism all summer long, and at the end of the summer we went to we had a picnic kind of thing at Brimley State Park. Small world. Anyway, everybody go out and make it a terrific Tuesday, and I will see you tomorrow during Stitch Along over in the Stitch Along Facebook group, and then Thursday we'll be right back here in our art journals. I adore you all. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.